Welcome to ZoomTV, where we explore everything that drives, flies and floats, and we take you along for the ride. Let's see what we'll be experiencing today.
Well, you don't get much for $20,000 these days. However, with the all-new 2012 Kia Rio S, you'll get change out of 17 grand. We'll take a look at it a little later in the show.
On today's Orbital Auto Gas Celebrity Hitchhiker, I get to catch up with an up-and-coming Hollywood movie star. I'm excited, but I'm a little bit worried because apparently he has a bit of a bite.
And I'll be taking a look at Suzuki's little compact all-wheel drive, the SX4. But firstly, here's Aaron Pitt.
To buy new or used? Well, you'll definitely get more bang for your buck if you buy a used car. And you'll definitely get a comfortable deal if you buy from a reputable dealer, someone like John Hughes. Well, today I've got something exciting because John Hughes himself is going to show us one of his most favourite cars, the 2010 Hyundai Elantra. How you doing, John?
Yeah, very well, Aaron.
Now, you've got the Elantras here, the
Yep.
2010 Elantras.
Yep.
I think it's your turn to sell me a car.
But you're going to test my product knowledge, are you? All right, let me start at the front. 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, plenty of power to drive the automatic transmission. It's a fairly roomy car, so you need that sort of power, and yet very economical. Air conditioning and power steering, of course, 2 airbags. Important point, it's got the safety of ABS braking and stability control, which is very safe. You've got power windows on all the doors. You've got remote central locking. Huge boot, Aaron.
It's quite a big car.
Yeah, plenty of room. Look at that. I can't reach in there.
I wasn't expecting that.
Now look, these are 1 year old. They've got new car warranty right through till 2015. I've got them on special. They're 16,999, less 3,000 minimum trade-in. A changeover of 13,999 for a car as good as this, with 4 years of new car warranty. It's brilliant value.
Well, that sounds like a bargain, but I'd love to take it for a test drive.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to see how it goes. The Elantra really does look, feel, and drive like a new one. In fact, I'm pretty much guaranteeing the only way you'd know it was pre-owned is the price you paid, and of course, the K's on the speedo. The John Hughes Group are very selective about the cars they sell. Their buying team are extremely picky, and they don't sell cars without logbooks, spare keys, or with previous major panel damage. So you really can buy with confidence. The Elantra was one of the most popular models for Hyundai in 2010, and a drive-in one will explain why. I mean, sure, they're value for money, but they're more than that. They're a comfy drive, they're safe, and for a small car, they're pretty roomy. So if you're considering upgrading your old car for a new car, but it's a little bit of a stretch, then consider getting yourself a pre-loved, pre-owned car, because you really will get more for your money. And don't forget, you get the balance of the new car warranty through to 2015. So to grab yourself a bargain and peace of mind, get into John Hughes Victoria Park or simply log on to zoomtv.com.au and follow the links.
Today we're going to take a look at the Suzuki SX4, which has become extremely popular since its release in Australia. Now, Suzuki have always made good cars. The Suzuki Swift immediately springs to mind. Now, when you consider the SX4 is a compact, small, all-wheel drive car, and you can buy one for under $25,000, that spells value. This Suzuki SX4 is physically an unconventional car. It's not quite a compact, as it sits higher on the road, which gives the driver a better view of the surroundings. But it's not a wagon-based compact all-wheel drive either. Now, there's a rear-mounted spoiler and flared wheel arches, which gives the SX4 a bold look, which is even further enhanced by attractive 16-inch alloy wheels. Now, the SX4 is made in Japan, so you know you get a good solid vehicle that is remarkably well equipped. It comes with keyless entry, climate control and 6 airbags. It also comes in 6-speed manual or auto. Now the man that knows all about these is Stephen Story. Come here, Stephen. Tell us all about it.
Well, Ross, this is a great crossover vehicle. In the city, you can drive it in 2-wheel drive. If the conditions on the road get a little bit inclement, you can put it in the auto mode, and what that will do, very simply, is that it'll engage all-wheel drive if one of the wheels slips, and then revert back to 2-wheel drive. Or if you're a little more adventurous and you want to go off-road, well, you can lock it in the all-wheel drive mode, and you can have a little bit of fun off-road.
The SX4 has a 2-wheel drive hatch and a sedan in the range. They are all powered by a 2-litre engine and returns around 8 litres of fuel per 100 kilometres. Ventilated disc brakes on the front and solid discs on the rear, combined with ABS, provide a very safe braking combination. Although this vehicle is only 4 metres in length, inside it doesn't feel like a small car. Now, with the extra ride height and the excellent turning circle, it is a breeze to park. Now underway, there is very little road noise or wind noise. And at 100 kilometres an hour, the engine's ticking over at 2,800 revs. Even if you drop back a bit, the engine still has enough torque to get you back up onto pace again. Now the ride is a little firm, but that's okay because it gives that sporty feel, which is all okay. This car ticks all the boxes for somebody looking for a nice city car with the option of going off-road. I highly recommend checking out the SX4, and the people to see are Melville Suzuki. For more information, just click onto the ZoomTV.com.au website and follow the links.
Coming up, we'll take a look at the car which will give you change out of $17,000. It's true. That's after the break on ZoomTV. The arrival of the 2012 Kia Rio S gives the Korean car maker another first-class product to add to its already impressive local list. Quality, refinement and drive have improved so much that the new Rio is incomparable to the old one, which was sold as a bargain-priced entry-level hatchback. With both dollar value and fun to drive, the new Rio 5-door hatchback comes with unexpected charisma. This is a genuinely good product. It also packs a lot of equipment for its $16,990 asking price and tackles established European and Japanese machinery for value while equaling them for build quality and driving dynamics. The Rio, like the Optima and Sportage, will go a long way to changing buyer perception about Kia. These cars have come such a long way in the short time we've been aware of them. The Rio's cabin is worlds apart from the previous model in terms of quality. Soft touch dash plastics, solid switchgear and improved build quality put the new Rio at the front of the light car segment for interior ambience. The driver's seat position is quite high, but there's still plentiful headroom to make it easy to get comfortable behind the wheel. The rear seats are nicely sculpted and reasonably comfortable. You'll enjoy 5-star ANCAP safety, 6 airbags, anti-lock brakes with brake force distribution, stability control, a hill start assistant and emergency brake assist, all as standard. There's also Bluetooth phone and audio link, USB and auxiliary plug jacks, steering wheel controls for phone and audio, power adjustable exterior mirrors, a trip computer, air conditioning, power windows and reach and rake adjustable steering. Boot space measures in at 288 litres with the rear seats up and 923 litres with the seat backs folded. The 1.4-litre direct injection 4-cylinder is smooth and refined. The spec sheet shows 79 kilowatts and a fuel burn of only 5.7 litres per 100 kilometres. The Rio's 5-speed gearbox is one of the better ones in the light class. Ride quality is also extremely good and a testament to Kia Australia's engineers in localising the suspension for our roads. All in all, this car is well worth a look. The Australian light car buyer is no longer punished by a bleak field of bland and lacklustre hatchbacks. The segment is now offering better equipped and more entertaining machines. Kia has added its Rio to that list. For Kia Rio 5-door hatch S at just $16,990, go to johnhughes.com.au or follow the links from zoomtv.com.au.
The Motor Museum is located in Whiteman Park and is home to over 130 vehicles and includes trucks, motorcycles and a huge range of cars. So if you are a motoring enthusiast or simply interested in history, I guarantee you'll enjoy the museum. Their collection starts at $18.98 and spans to 2004. The museum has one of the best model car collections in the world and heaps of rare cars, including this locally made, handcrafted Byfield Jaguar, which is the only one of its type in the world. The museum survives only from the support and generosity from many volunteers. And every good museum needs a great curator. And I'm now joined by the museum's curator, John McLean. How you doing, mate?
Well, thank you.
Mate, how did this come about?
Initially, it was established by the Council of Motoring Clubs to allow local enthusiasts to be able to showcase their beautiful vehicles, some you can see behind us here. And it was established 15 years ago, so we've been here for quite a while.
And I bet you've got some great cars, and how about you go and show me some of your favourites?
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go.
Well, the first car we've got to show you is the beautiful little Mini Cooper S here, resplendent in bright red. Of course, these were the giant killers of Bathurst, where they defeated Falcons and Monaros, etc. So this is a beautifully restored car that we have here most of the time.
And of course, car of the century.
It certainly was.
The museum also has a huge range of memorabilia, old club newsletters and manuals that relate to the automotive industry. It's obvious that the museum is run with heaps of enthusiasm by people with an abundance of passion. It's regarded by many curators around Australia as a leading example of motoring.
Coming up, I'll be showing you an operation that sells all sorts of off-road equipment after the break on ZoomTV. Opposite Lock. What a great name for a business. It started life way back in the mid-70s in Sydney, and it was started by a mate of mine, Ed Mulligan. One store selling all sorts of motorsport equipment. In the early 80s, the direction of the business shifted to supplying more four-wheel drive equipment and accessories. A clever move as it turned out, and by 1991, that became the total focus of Opposite Lock. These days, there are some 45 stores right away across Australia, servicing the needs of all off-road owners, with the headquarters now based more centrally in Melbourne. Not only does every Opposite Lock store have a full range of 4x4 equipment, they also have a fully equipped workshop with dedicated staff on hand for fitting all accessories. Every store is owned and staffed by four-wheel drive enthusiasts. Peter Williams is no exception. Peter, what do people put on their four-wheel drives?
Well, it is a great question, and it's sometimes a matter of starting at the front bumper and working our way back. But certainly the first up, often the conversation is about a bull bar, and that very often leads to the sort of lights that people will have, light force lights, for instance. A winch will often find its way into the equation if they're doing some adventurous four-wheel driving. Beyond that, we finish up talking about things like dual battery systems to run their fridge, internal lighting, storage, basically making the car do the things they want to do. With Tough Dog as our premium suspension product, all the four-way suspension goes right through the vehicle, and that's backed up within our range by the OL suspension range as well, so that we've got an interlocked range to cover everybody's needs in suspension.
Every customer can be very confident in the products on offer at any of these stores across Australia, as there is a 2-year warranty on most of their products. Now, if you're a keen off-roader, walking around in here is a bit like being a kid in a lolly shop. Now, any of this stuff can be quickly fitted by a team of qualified installers at any Opposite Lock store. Other important safety gear includes aftermarket lighting, camping products like portable fridges, and to carry all your new equipment, the team can fit a new roof rack. Do yourself a favour and check out Opposite Lock's great range of off-road gear and have a chat to one of their friendly staff. For more information, click onto zoomtv.com.au and follow the links to Opposite Lock.
Here at ZoomTV, we strive to bring you the most entertaining, informative, and of course, educational stories on things that fly, drive and float. And we do this so you can experience a product without the added sales pressure of buying it. And how do we do it? Well, we do it with our dedicated and talented production team and of course, unique presenters.
Hi and welcome to ZoomTV, the show that explores everything that drives, flies and floats. Today I'll be checking out that little beastie.
This is the car you want your ex-wife to see you driving.
With world-class safety features, the Lexus opens up a world of possibilities. Rain, hail or shine, you look good and feel fantastic in the IS 250C.
Whilst I was at Teachers College, I started doing a bit of busking and a fair bit of pole dancing.
What is your favourite TV show?
Oh, Zoom. Oh, every Saturday, of course.
Perfect. Quality.
Good night, Australia.
Now here's where you can help us, because if there's a product that flies, drives or floats that you'd like us to experience for you, or you represent a company that you think would be the perfect fit for us here on ZoomTV, go to our website zoomtv.com.au or download our free iPhone app and connect with us, because we'd love to hear from you. After the break, I catch up with a werewolf or a vampire. I'm not too sure, but you'll find out coming up on ZoomTV, thanks to Orbital Liquid Autogas. Recently, we attended the Channel 7 Perth Telethon, which raised more than $13.5 million for the WAC kids. While we were there, we were lucky enough to interview businessmen, Hollywood movie stars and local celebrities. Today's Celebrity Hitchhiker comes to you all the way from Hollywood. I really hope you enjoy it. I'm pretty excited. I'm here with a Hollywood star, Boo Boo Stewart. How are you, mate?
Very good.
Mate, thanks for getting in the back of my van. I know it's pretty scary. Now, mate, what are you doing in Perth?
I'm just out here for the telethon, you know, just helping out with the hospital, second year back. Really excited.
A star like yourself, up and coming, and everyone wants a piece of you. How does Perth get your attention?
Well, last year I came out here with these people from the Hub Productions. They brought me out for a couple autograph signings, and they introduced me to the telethon. And I was just so amazed with how friendly everyone was and how happy everyone was, and I was just like, I have to come back.
Well, we're glad to have you back, but I've got to ask you some quick questions about your career. How did it start?
I actually started with my dad. He was an actor and a stunt coordinator. My older sister was doing a stunt for him, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So I wanted to do stunts, and I started doing that first, and music, modeling, and then acting. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool that my older sister was doing it, and I wanted to like jump off of buildings and stuff.
Have you done any of that?
Yeah, I was actually, I don't know if you remember the Robert Zemeckis movie Beowulf. I was actually one of Beowulf's stunt doubles in that movie, yeah.
What was your first movie you ever done?
It was a horror movie where I played a little boy who got killed at Mohawk. Yeah.
And then from there, how did you get the attention of the Twilight series?
Funny story, I was not even supposed to have an audition for the part. I wasn't even supposed to go in or anything. I happened to be with the Walt Disney Recording Group a while back. A fan from there contacted me on MySpace telling me about Seth Clearwater, this character in Eclipse, and I was like, whoa, this sounds cool. We told my agent. Luckily, he got me in for a callback, because by that time, the auditions were done. Like, they were done seeing people, and they were calling people back for those second reads. And luckily, I was the last person to go in, read, and I got the part.
What's going to happen in the new Twilight movie coming out?
Well, I can't say too much about, like, what exactly is going to happen. I hopefully you get to see my character more, depending on if the editors like me or not. Pretty much love, romance, there's funny moments in it, there's tons of action.
Now, the question I've got to ask from girls' point of view, you get your shirt off. How many shirts come off in this Twilight movie?
I don't know how many come off, but there's a few that do come off throughout the movie.
Well, it's time for the Fast 5 questions.
Okay.
You ready for this? Okay, now, your first car.
79 Pontiac Trans Am.
How do you end up with such a cool car?
I really liked it. I love it. Right now, it's just sitting at home. So.
Now, what's your opinion of the best car on the street at the moment?
Well, I don't really know a lot about like motors or anything like that, but I really love the Rolls-Royce Phantoms. It's like the ultimate car, I think. Like classy, smooth, it's like clean looking. It's so nice.
Now, what's your opinion of the worst car on the street?
Worst car? I don't know, because I don't really know. I think you could have any type of car, and depending on how long you've had it or so, it could be the worst car on the street.
What is your worst fear?
My worst fear? Probably just being like swimming in the ocean or something and a shark. Oh my gosh.
You've heard all about all the shark stuff?
Being eaten alive would be probably one of my worst fears.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Now, as you can see, I'm sweating. I'm pretty excited about that. But in the meantime, if you want to log onto our website and catch up with anything we've done in the past, including deals from our sponsors, go to zoomtv.com.au. You can also download our free iPhone app. Now, we'll be back next week with another celebrity hitchhiker here from Telethon. Until then, thanks for watching. And that's a wrap.